Let's be honest for a second. If given the choice between grinding through a 300-page textbook on macroeconomics or scrolling through TikTok, 99% of us are choosing the scroll. Why? Because studying feels like a chore. It feels like a penalty. It feels like eating dry toast when there's a buffet right next to you. But what if I told you that the reason you hate studying is that you're looking at the wrong metric? You're looking at grades. You're looking at validation from a teacher or a parent. Stop that. I want you to look at that textbook or that coding bootcamp or that online course, and I want you to see it for what it actually is, a printing press. Welcome back. If you're new here, we talk about hacking your brain and building a life you actually want to live in. If that sounds like your vibe, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of people who are tired of average, and I'd love for you to join the journey. Now, let's get into the mindset shift that changes everything. Let's talk about real financial freedom. Not the kind you see online, but the kind that starts in the quiet, boring moments. We hear the phrase financial freedom thrown around a lot. Usually, it's accompanied by a guy standing in front of a rented Lamborghini trying to sell you a crypto course. But true financial freedom, the kind where you don't look at price tags at the grocery store, the kind where you can fly your parents out for a vacation just because you feel like it, that starts in the quiet, boring moments. It starts when you decide to study like your life depends on it. Because here is the harsh reality. In the modern economy, your life kind of does depend on it. We live in a knowledge economy. The market doesn't pay for effort, it pays for value, and value comes from rarity. If you can do what everyone else can do, you will get paid what everyone else gets paid. But if you know what very few people know, if you have a skill stack that is rare and specialized, you get to dictate the terms. So how do we motivate ourselves to do the hard work now for a payoff that feels years away? We have to trick the brain. We have to use visualization, but not the cheesy kind. Strategy 1 uses our most powerful survival instinct to create unstoppable motivation. It's called the desperation audit. Human beings are wired for survival. We run faster when a bear is chasing us than when we're just jogging for fitness. You need to mentally invent a bear. When you sit down to study, I want you to vividly visualize the life you don't want. Visualize the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. Visualize being stuck in a job where you aren't respected because you lack the leverage to leave. Make that fear real. It sounds dark, but it's fuel. Tell yourself, I am studying right now, so I never have to feel that way. Next, let's turn every study hour into a direct deposit into your future. This is the price tag technique. This is for my logical thinkers. Assign a monetary value to every hour you study. Let's say your goal is a career that pays $150,000 a year. To get there, you need to master a specific skill set. If that takes 1,000 hours of deep work, then every hour you study is technically worth $150. When you sit down for a 2-hour session, you aren't reading Chapter 4. You are depositing $300 into your future bank account. You wouldn't walk past $300 lying on the sidewalk, right? So don't scroll past the opportunity to earn it by learning. The blurry line between studying and building an empire is entirely in your head. When you are highlighting that page, you aren't just memorizing facts. You are buying your future freedom. You are buying the house with the floor-to-ceiling windows. You are buying the ability to wake up on a Tuesday and do whatever you want. So tonight, when the motivation fades and you want to close the laptop, remember, you aren't studying for a test. You are studying for a life. The test is just a checkpoint. The freedom is the destination. If you're ready to stop playing small and start treating your education like your ticket out, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm find other people who are ready to level up. Let me know in the comments, what is one subject you're mastering this year to buy your freedom? I'll see you in the next one. Now go hit the books.